I think I'm beginning to wrap my head around the concept of money. Today's November 20th, 6:04 p.m. I'm watching a Capital Club course, The New Money Investor by Mark Moss, and he explains things in a very good way. Additionally, this morning I watched the documentary God Bless Bitcoin, which is an amazing documentary that helped me came to a realization about the power of Bitcoin and its bullish nature, and how within the next 1 to 2 years, everything is going up. So what I learned in this video that I took notes on, I guess I can't flip the camera, but basically there's 4 quadrants. It's separated by a quadrant. Okay, I can actually, this will help solidify the concept in my brain, because I think this is helpful for me to determine my life path when it comes to becoming a millionaire, retiring, making money, preserving my money. I'm beginning to grasp my understanding of this. So there's a 4-point graph like this. Up here is inflation. This is growth. This is inflation, this is growth, right? So I know it's backwards on the camera, but this is positive, right? And this is negative, this is up. And then there's 4 quadrants. Number 1, it's called disinflation boom. And this is when growth is going up, but inflation is down. So this is like a beginning of growth in just markets and GDP, and everything is going up. I think it's called CPI, customer or something. I forgot what the actual term is, but which I should probably learn. This one's called inflation boom. And this is the one we're in right now. Inflation boom is when both growth and inflation is going up. This is called stagflation. This is where we're heading after 1.5 to 2 years. We'll be entering this stage, and this is right before crash, which is number 4, and it's deflation bust. This is very bad. This is what happened in 2008. And what I'm beginning to understand is the market, understanding the market and what assets you should allocate in each market is dependent on where you're at in the cycle. So if you look at it like a graph, I wish I had a graph here, but I mean, basically, how can I map this? I'll just show you. So right here, this is 1960, this is 2024. You can see how it goes up and down. In 2008, everything went down and went back up, and it's going up and down. This is 2020, going back down, up, and we're right here where it's about going up again. Additionally, this is another one. I think this is GMI Total Liquidity Index. We're right here. This is where 2024 is at, and you can see it's going up, 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 up. But nonetheless, I'm just beginning to realize history is just cycles. Money, understanding money, part of understanding money and its history is understanding the cycles. And if you look at the data, you look at the history, now, within the next 2 years, so 2024 to 2025, are the years where you should be working, you should be buying things, you should be trying to get your money up, you should be working, grinding, everything's bullish. Now that's very bullish thing to say. Like, not everything is bullish. Of course, there's going to be risk involved, and but I'm just saying, just looking from a chapter perspective, this is a cycle in the market where we should be working. And now I'm beginning to realize why everyone from Luke Belmar to Mark Moss to everyone's these are your the next 18 months are ones that will make millionaires. It'll make or break your life. This is the time to get into it and grind and make money and become successful. But anyways, what I'm kind of self-reflecting is where I'm going to be during this and this. So from what I understand, it's a 2-year cycle. So 2020, I think we were in this where everything was down due to COVID. 2021 to 2022 was the beginning of the boom. 2023, 2024, we're here. 2025, 2026, you could potentially come here. I may be wrong on this, but I'm just going to go by years, 2 years. And then 2028, 2029, potentially going another crash. So from 2026 to 2027, I'll be 19, 20 years old. 2028 to 2029, I'll be 21 and 22. What am I going to be doing during these times? I have no idea. But what I do know is that from now up until the end of 2026, I need to be working on businesses. I need to be investing into myself. I need to be making as much money as possible, because that's when this ends. And this has to be my last stretch of making money. Now, when I'm in 2027, 2028, when we're deflationary, and what Mark was talking about in this presentation is that there are different assets to invest kind of in what he recommends in each stage. So number one, in disinflation, there's equities, credit, crypto, real estate. Inflation boom, equities, commodities, crypto, real estate. Stagflation, commodities, crypto, cash, bonds. Deflationary bust, bonds, cash, and credit. Now, I have to verify, of course, all of that, why he chose those things. He kind of just gave the list, plain right like that. I don't know why per se, but the fact is it's there, and I want to understand why. But what that means is this is planning my life, right? During these times, I can look to, it's obviously probably be a lot bearish, so I guess be less involved in crypto and the markets. Probably the time to buy a lot of things because it'll be at its all-time low. So maybe Bitcoin. I'm just kind of thinking to myself, I'm still new to this. So bonds, cash, and credit. I would assume you would buy bonds because after this, the bonds would go up, because that's when this inflation boom is going to start again. So I'm assuming that's why you buy bonds. I don't know why you buy cash. I guess because it's going to go back up again. But I would assume real estate, crypto, if everything's decreasing, equities and companies, stocks, imagine this is another 2008, you don't really want to be owning anything, right? So what I can, plan for myself is when I'm 21, 22 during this time, which is 4 years from now, yeah. I probably should be nomadic, maybe. Don't own a home, probably don't have children. Probably just own as little as possible, but maybe gold, maybe buy, what else did he put here? So he added other stuff. In a deflationary bust, he also put gold. Yeah. Maybe physical goods, maybe more Bitcoin, but I'm just beginning to kind of conceptualize all this, and if what he's saying is true, if the market's really just about understanding cycles, so you can understand when to buy things and what businesses to run, maybe during this time it's a lot of personal branding, maybe content making, rather than building a business, because if everything's bust, everyone's freaked out. Maybe that is the time to build a business. maybe I should start the brand now while everything's bearish and I can like leverage the brand. I don't know. I'm honestly just talking to myself, but anyways, I realized as I'm aging into an adult, which is literally a month and a half from now, like 2 months from now, I'm gonna be officially 18 years old. I have to take my life seriously. I have to start thinking about who I want to become, what life do I want to live, how I'm gonna plan my finances, personal finances, business, life, entrepreneurship. Like start to actually think for myself as an adult for once I'm at like life, because for so long paradigms from parents, mom and dad and Matthew and school, and even like Luke Belmar and Mark Moss to an extent, like these guys are still instilling their paradigms with me that can help understand the world, and I'm very grateful for them, of course, but it's just like I need to start becoming an independent thinker and actually construct my life in a way where I'm building my own paradigm and worldview through the lens of Elijah Kim, not through the lens of different sources and then coming, I guess, to a conglomeration and just like stack of events or beliefs and paradigms that I've just like accumulated or collected in my childhood years. But I think the mark of my adulthood, the day I turn 18, is also the mark and start of a new beginning, whereby I start building my lens of the world. I start building my paradigm, my perspectives, my true beliefs, my values, which I believe I still have an understanding of now, but I really want to get solidified by then. So maybe that'll be a task for end of 2024, Elijah, is obviously creating 2025 goals, creating values that I will instill and hold myself accountable to for the rest of my life. So like life principles, life values, long-term goals as well, long-term purpose and visions I have for myself, long-term missions, short-term missions, like things of this nature where I can, 2025 will be the year where I start life, I feel like officially as an adult. I think my life really started around 2 years ago when I actually started self-improvement and began becoming more conscious of my life and beliefs and improving myself, et cetera, and it just started just growing from there. But yeah. Macroeconomics. It's a fun subject. It's an essential one if you want to understand money, the markets, personal finance, business, and how the world works, because I feel like I still don't know a lot of things. And I guess the more I come to understand things about the world, the more I realize I don't know a lot of things about the world. So life is fun. Life is good. Elijah Kim, 4 quadrants of asset allocation talked about, life talked about, and 17 and 10 months old. Yeah, Elijah Kim out.